So 2017 was a terrific vintage. It was the first cooler climate vintage that we had since we launched Nicolas-Jay in 2014. It was, thank God, not super hot and super warm and all the challenges that brought. It was actually a nice average cooler climate summer. And we had a nice heat spike in September that really helped ripen the grapes, followed by a cool period with a little bit of rain that allowed us to really be selective about our picking dates and not have this incredible pressure of heat and ripening going on. So we could really be very, very particular about picking each of the 8 vineyards that we have in the Willamette Valley at exactly the right time. All of the vineyards are either organically, biodynamically, or live farmed, as has been the case since the beginning. And this was a relatively large vintage in terms of quantities, but not too big. It was really had a lot of fantastic characteristics, the 2017 vintage, and provided an enormous amount of variety and elements from which to work with when it came to blending the Willamette Valley.
Yes, and of course, blending is a new exercise for me because you don't blend in Burgundy naturally. And this exercise, which I mean, our aim is to really craft and bring the spirit of the Willamette Valley into that wine. So we have this diversity of vineyards and harvest stretches over a good 2 weeks. So these wines are really different and bring a specific character. So crafting this blend is a fascinating process and something, of course, I'm not familiar with in Burgundy. It's a great experience to do. And so this was a vintage that evolved very gently. What happened in the cellar was a bit the same as during the season, very gently. We left it mature in the barrels. With the required amount of time. We bottled relatively late, about at the beginning of 2019. We have about 30% new oak in that wine. So good balance of new oak, not too much. And this is on fine unfiltered because really I really believe in the presentation and the fact that the wine should be as natural as possible and not manufactured. And since its bottling, it has evolved very nicely, come together, and is really showing very pleasantly today.